This is Zenzi. I'm here in my buddy Andrew's legacy. And yesterday I finished reading Dexter. It was a salve to me after having had to have not just a meltdown, but a breakdown recording a couple days ago because I can't find help. So I came into the library fresh today. I needed Africa. The Tears of the Giraffe. Andrew McCall Smith, my Scottish pal with Andrew, who via the Ma Remote Sway, #1 Ladies Detective Agency series, has given me the perfect way to employ Miss Jill Scott in my movie where I co-star with my pal from Carnegie Mellon, Lamman Rucker. In this book, which is the third in the series, I believe, second, I'm on page 62. We shall read a little bit. See, in the premise of this book is Precious and Mr. J.L.B. Mataconi are going to get married. They've just been engaged. And they've just went and bought a diamond out of Botswana's own mines. Very important, crucial to the story. The case at the #1 Ladies Detective Agency is a white woman who lost her son when they were over from some kind of governmental thing, and the son not only fell in love with Africa, but the African said he had a heart for Africa. Go look at the previous video. That beget this. I create synchronicity. So anyway, let me give you a little bit of African history. Mara Motswe thought of Seretse Khama, paramount chief of the Bagwato, first president of Botswana, statesman. Look at the way the British had treated him, refusing his choice of bride and forcing him into exile simply because he had married an Englishwoman. How could they have done such an insensitive and cruel thing to a man like that? To send away a man from his land, from his people, was surely one of the cruelest punishments that could be devised. And it left the people leaderless. It cut out their very soul. Where is our Khama? Where is the son of Kagosi Goma II and the Mohumagadi Tobongo? Boy, I gotta get my Setswana on, don't I? And I do know about Debswana, which, by the way, takes the San and all of the southernness and those being the first humans, porting them to India. I'm telling you, whether you want to believe it or not, Africans went on rowabout. I don't think this walking migration, I'll do the math, but the logic says Debswana. Deb I know from my friend Debesh Johari from Kolkata. Means heart. I'm not sure if in Sanskrit or a different language that part I didn't get stored correctly, because the astoundingness that Deb, D-E-B, means heart in an Indian language, and yet one of the major diamond mines in Botswana is Debswana. Zenzi's payroll name is Deb, is it not? All right. Okay. But Seretse himself never made much of this abuse by the British government later on. Did not talk about it, and he was never anything but courteous to the British government and to the Queen herself. A lesser man would have said, "Look at what you did to me, and now you expect me to be your friend." Page 63. And then there was Mr. Mandela. Everybody knew about Mr. Mandela and how he had forgiven those who had imprisoned him. They had taken away years and years of his life simply because he wanted justice. They've taken away years and years of my life simply because I want to share the thinking that we are all one species. They had set him to work in a quarry, and his eyes had been permanently damaged by the rock dust. 17 months of homelessness. It'll come out of me with fierce love when it needs to. But at last, when he had walked out of the prison on that breathless, luminous day, and he had said nothing about revenge or even retribution, he had said that there were more important things to do than complain about the past. And in time, he had shown what he had meant this by hundreds of acts of kindness towards those who had treated him so badly. That was the real African way, the tradition that was closest to the heart of Africa. We are all children of Africa. All of us. And none of us is better or more important than the other. This is what Africa could say to the world, and it could remind it what it is to be human. This is my manifest destiny. Be looking forward to the future movie Londolozi, starring Miss Jill Scott as either exactly precious Ramonsway or a version of her, and Lamman Rucker as Lamman Rucker. And introducing moi as the catalyst for telling the world about the heart, soul, and brilliant minds of our African ancestors and cousins who are on Earth in 2022. Harmony.